My fascination with these old cartoons started probably in my toddler years as I continued watching these old cartoons on videotape, probably around the age of 5 or 6, and knowing that I could go to a store with my parents or grandparents and ask them to buy me something. I really began collecting these videotapes. Naturally, there was a progression from watching these cartoons to wanting to know where they came from and how they were made and who made them. My father had come across a bunch of older 16 millimeter films, and knowing that I was very interested in old things and in cartoons, these are films that had decorative boxes on them. So when he saw them, he thought I might like them. He got them for me, and I didn't know what film was. I didn't know what real film was. So I really admired them for the box artwork, but I didn't know what you could do with them. In general, in my film collection of real film prints, I must have well over 1,500 reels of film. That archive focuses primarily on silent era animation. It's an area of film history and animation history that's been very neglected. So I've always wanted to champion that subgenre of animation and really build a comprehensive archive of it. Preservation and restoration projects have become very important in my work. Part of what I've always wanted to do in building the archive of early animation is to bring it to new audiences, not only house it somewhere, but actually expose new people to it. I realized at a certain point that there was barely anyone out there publicly screening these kinds of films, or at least doing it often. And since I'd built up such a big collection of them, I thought maybe I should try doing some screenings. I came up with the title The Cartoon Carnival as a series name, and we had a nice group assembled, and people had fun with it. So I thought, well, I have a ton of these cartoons now. I could do this regularly. I could do this maybe monthly. And ever since then, it's been almost nonstop. So we're going on 8 or 9 years of this now. It's important for people to still be able to see these films. For one thing, they're still funny. People still have a lot of fun watching them. I'm always surprised to see, beside myself really liking these films, showing them to completely new audiences 100 years later. And they are an important time capsule of sorts. It's a very big privilege to be able to see art and film and movement, recordings of ideas and imagery from the past.
Don't make snowman, kids.